Yeah, let's do it. Welcome, everyone, to Talk Around Riyadh, the Wheel of Time showcast. I am your host, Joe Perry, here with my co-hosts, Jen Isgro and Tom Kokoza. Jen, how's it going?
It's going good, Joe. You know, every week when you start saying the beginning of our show, I remember that I should have came up with something interesting to say, but I have 10 seconds to think of something. So everything's good. We have some good stuff to talk about. We got season 3 hype in full swing, and I'm excited to be here.
Tom, do you concur?
I do concur. Joe, your internet is not great, and nobody can. You're getting all choppy. So,
oh no! Should we stop?
They can't hear
pause
or see
for
us.
a minute and restart?
Yeah, you're freezing up for us in the Zoom too. So, or at least for me in the Zoom.
How is it now? Still now?
Still not the best.
Okay, give it a minute.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Jen, what do you do?
You're fine. I mean, you're a little slightly blurry. Now you look better, I think. I don't know.
I've also been drinking nonstop, so I can't tell if it's just my vision or the.
How is it now?
You seem better now.
Okay. Yeah, the internet thing did flash for a second here. I guess I don't know why it happens. Optimum sucks. I'll go back. We'll just cut it back into me asking you, Tom, how you're doing, I guess, right?
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing well, Joe. I prepared a little speech for tonight since I know you always at. No.
Shut up.
You trying to make Jen look bad?
No, I don't know. I would never do that. So I'll say this, just a brief little thing. My son has to do his first research project in school, right? And like they're doing them in school, so like he has to like do his reading and stuff at home, but like all the work to do the project in school. So we had to buy him like the big, oak tag, and he had to go in. He's gonna do all the stuff there, and like I'm unduly excited about it. Like I'm such a nerd that I'm excited that my son is going to do a research project. So it's on Black History Month, and he picked Jackie Robinson before they gave a list of people to pick. And he was on the list, so that worked out well. I was very excited about that too. So, what you call it? So he spent last night. He got he already had one book on him. He got another book on him. No, we're probably gonna watch the movie this weekend, honestly. But he was reading about him, and then he went to school today, and I saw that today is Jackie Robinson's birthday. So there you go. I thought that was a nice little bit of kismet. And with that, I'm excited to do tonight's show, Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to share that project on social media when it's done.
I don't know if it's coming home. He's doing the work in school. So
it comes home. All those things come home.
They don't
want them in school.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They don't want them.
Just like everyone who just burn them in front of the kids.
That's how we eat the school in the cold days, burning children's art projects.
Oh man.
Yeah. Recycling, I guess, kind of. Anyway, what Wednesday again? They did not fail us, and they were on time, I think, right, Jen? I don't even know when they dropped. I was literally in a meeting for the entire morning on Wednesday, so I don't even know when they dropped it. I'm assuming it was on time.
I think it was 9.
Yeah, back to 9:00. And it was.
Yeah, I think so.
It was and it was a little nerve-wracking because we hadn't heard anything about it. What if there was anything coming, and then it did, and we realized why. It was because it was an exclusive. That's why everybody was an exclusive.
Yes.
So Nerdist and SFX Magazine gave us our first look at Tanchico, which I'm going to say first look because we've already seen Tanchico in the teaser. Well, no, did we see it? Yeah, technically we did see it in the teaser. We just didn't know, I think, that we saw it.
No, we didn't know, yeah.
And also we had...
But this is a look, like a real look.
I mean, we had a Tanchico shot last week, right? In the first look photos. Yeah, we have the mat. The
Say
one we
that
were
again?
debating. We have a Tanchico shot in the first look photos from last week.
Yes.
The one with we think that Tom, the one we were debating about Tom.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
And
I was
now
going,
I think we have a better
you both
idea.
You both had me thinking that there was no photo, and I was like imagining.
No,
We
you
were
froze.
both trying to think of what you had said and come up
okay.
with an answer without having heard you.
Yeah, and I think with this first look, we have a better idea of what the weird thing was, the burrito that the guy was trying to sell them in the last image.
Oh
Gun?
yes.
You mean
Yeah, the gun.
the gun in the bag?
That's a great point, but that looked very different than what we saw in these photos. So let's get to this article before we talk about the pictures, because there was some interesting information in there. And I had a question I wanted to ask you, because they do talk about the like history of Tanchico, like book Tanchico. And I was wondering if you thought that this is something that they were told, like that was part of the tour, or this is like they're doing their research from the books, like this is some brief book information about Tanchico.
They probably got it from the. I don't think they researched. I would be surprised if they researched Tanchico and they weren't given this information on the tour.
Okay.
I agree. I think between the tour and like, here are the photos from the thing. This is what we would like you to talk about. I think that like discussing like, hey, Tanchico, it's the oldest city. It's it goes back maybe to the Age of Legends. That it's
that's all accurate to the
from
books.
Yeah, but like
No.
from afar, it may still look grand and epic, but like underneath the surface, it's kind of falling apart. I think that's a metaphor for the entire Westlands and really for the entire world at this point. So like, hopefully that's something that's not only just like a visual, but like something is that they kind of address and play with in the season.
Yeah.
But also, these aren't like set photos they took while they were there.
No, these were
It's like
given to
photos
them.
that were given to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe there's going to be more photos in like the art, like the magazine or whatever, but this is obviously just given to them and probably with some kind of paragraph of text about about the place.
They wrote the article for them, basically.
I mean, kind of.
There's a lot of paraphrasing a press release.
Yeah, paraphrasing. Yeah. I would say that, so there's one thing I do take umbrage with in this. There's mention, it says, an Assembly of Lords elects the king and a panarch. The Assembly of Lords does not elect the king. It's hereditary. They only elect the panarch. I don't know if that was one of the reasons why I was asking, because is that a change? Not that it's a huge deal. I don't think it affects anything in the story.
The king's literally not in the story. He's
yeah.
He's
So it's a
addressed
huge
and
deal.
exists.
It's a huge deal to you because you stayed up at night thinking about it. And
I didn't
was
stay
wrong.
up at night. I saw it today.
You're so
I checked
upset
it.
you broke your internet.
No, yeah, the internet broke because of it, literally. No, it was just an interesting thing. I was wondering if it was a change or it was a mistake, just because there's no point. So that's all. I'm assuming it's internet issues again.
I don't even know.
My
Tom
internet-
froze for a second.
My
you
internet froze for a second.
I
Oh,
don't even
okay.
know.
You got me all worried.
Sorry, I was like, please don't ask me a direct question. My internet just froze.
Oh my god.
So,
It's probably Donald Trump's fault. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh boy.
Internet was working fine before he became president.
That's what
All
I'm
of a
saying.
sudden-
All I'm saying.
All right. Anyway, they talk a little bit about that. They talk a little bit about the filming that was done there, how much time they spent on there. They actually talked about like all the different locations too, which I thought was really cool. That's like stuff we don't always get. They talked about how they filmed a lot in Cape Town Film Studios in South Africa, on a set that was used for that Starz show Black Sails, and they kind of built on that set. to create the city. They had to do the port, the entrance to the city, the walls, and then obviously the interior stuff. They said they filmed in Prague, and they had to ship. They had to ship the doors and like some of the set pieces and stuff to Prague.
Oh wow!
Yeah, took about 2 months to build the set in Cape Town.
So do you think the outdoors was filmed outdoors? All of these, like the outdoor shots, or was that on a set?
I don't even know if those are necessarily outdoors. Those could be that could be filmed in Prague at a studio.
Yeah, I imagine, the fact that they indicated that, hey, we took the Black Sails set and we built it upon it leads me to believe that the dock stuff is all indoors, right? Just because, like, I don't know. Why would you go for the pirate show if you were going to steal their pirate like decks and whatnot?
Oh, of course.
Piers.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. They said, right. The set designer mentioned that he cited Zanzibar as an influence on the look of the city.
Billy Joel song?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a big Billy Joel fan.
Okay.
I think they put that song in as well.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. They seem to emphasize it's a dangerous city too in here. When I don't remember it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't dangerous. It was
dangerous, but like, it wasn't. It wasn't Camelin.
No, but yeah, there were like, you walked around with bodyguards, and there was riots all over the place, and like the whole book ends in a giant like government overthrow riot.
Well, that was kind of
they influenced that, yes, but like, remember when they go out, when they first meet again.
Well, there's white cloaks in their city too, so there's.
Yeah, but like, there's just ruffians. There's people that are just out in the street.
People just come up behind you and smash your head into a wall and give you a concussion.
No, that's fine.
That's everywhere. It's just that's walking down the street.
And
I think that. Right, I think that. What was I going to say? That it does, like, another reason, like Abu Dar. Like we've said before that, like, there's an opportunity to kind of merge Abu Dar and Tanchico, is that a lot of the stuff that you could say about that, you could also just say about Abu Dar, except Abu Dar, it's like culturally we fight each other all the time, not because it's just a shitty place.
Well, not all of Abu Dar isn't shitty, right? There's the Rahad, right? Across the river. That's like the bad area.
Right. But like in Abu Dar, it's like, oh, we carry knives because we just duel each other nonstop.
But it's more, there's like principle and rules to that kind of.
Right.
So.
The Rahad's like where the and Abu Dar is Abu Dar with the guilds where they have like the street peddler guild.
They might, yeah. Sounds like something they would do here. Tanchico seems a little bit more of a free for all.
Yes.
It's bothering me that you guys are saying Rahad.
What do you call it? The Rahad?
It should be like the Rahad.
Isn't that what I said?
I don't know. I think you both said the Rahad.
The Rahad?
Too much emphasis on the first syllable.
The Ra?
The Rahad.
Not the Rahad.
No.
It's probably the Rahad.
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 Right.
Yeah.
Rahad.
Yeah, they also talked about how the set is largely made of wood. But they wanted to make
same thing. Same.
Is that funny?
Is that set made of wood?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, yes you do.
Can I finish this?
I guess so.
What is it from? Okay, let's stop.
Full House, the woodchuck.
I did not like that show or watch it really much when I was a kid.
You literally just said the word wood.
Is it made of wood? He said.
And Jen and I just start cackling. All right.
That's the beaver or whatever, or I don't
it's
know.
A woodchuck.
It's a woodchuck, but yes.
Woodchuck.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
There you go. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in chat. Hold on.
All right.
That's great. So anyway,
So 90s. Look at the way he's dressed.
yes.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, go.
Are you talking about the woodchuck or him?
Yeah, actually, I'm noticing that that's from
That's
Fuller
the
House.
Yeah, the Fuller
That's
House.
from
I was about to
Fuller
say,
House.
I was like, he's dressed pretty
Yeah.
fairly modernish.
No, he's got like
But he's-
no,
it's
I
a
mean the
very-
woodchuck, not
It's a
Joey.
very
Oh, the hedgehog. Okay.
He's
the
a
hedgehog.
woodchuck.
Woodchuck, whatever. All right, can we get back to the fucking article?
I would love to. Go ahead.
The set, it was made of wood.
Oh my God.
And they had to sandblast the wood to make it look like old, to give it that old look because they needed to make sure they couldn't use old shitty wood because it had to be built safe and sturdy. So they used new wood and then they sandblasted it to make it look like it was old and weathered, which is kind of a cool. I want to do
I like
that job. I want to be the guy who gets to sandblast the wood.
Okay.
Think that's a
It's
union
good to have
job?
goals in life.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's probably a union job. Yeah.
So let's do it.
All right.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about the article wise, or do you want to start getting into these photos?
Let's get into the photos.
You want to get into the photographs. All right, everybody. We're going to be looking at the photos that were released. I will put a link in the show notes to the photos so you all can look along with us and see what's happening.
Can you sing it, Joe?
Can I sing what?
Look at this phone.
No.
Oh, no. Why?
I feel like I'm drunk, but I did not drink
What's
anything.
going on here,
I
Jen?
don't know.
It must
I
be
don't
the
know.
internet.
I don't
Is it
know.
a
Maybe me and Tom just sitting here for 20 minutes staring at each
Yeah.
other, and now I'm like stir crazy.
Is it a full moon out? Is that what's going on? Maybe that's what it's
I don't
affecting
know.
everything. All right. First photograph I'm going to talk about is the one with the statue in the center of it.
Okay.
It looks like they're on the docks, but there's, I guess, a mound or a rock or something in the middle of the water there. Or that's just like a mud flat or something. Anyway, yeah, there's no main characters that we can spot in this. I don't know if any of you saw anyone you thought could be one of the main characters. Just a bunch of people. No. It looks like they're down by the docks, some straw huts, people walking around, a little dinghy, and a big statue in the middle.
What is that person that's at the base of the statue? Looks like
she is described as bloody woman holding a baby.
She's pregnant as well, by the way, right? You can see that.
Maybe she just had a baby.
Yeah.
But that looks like she didn't. Maybe she's got another one still inside of her because her belly.
Well, it doesn't just deflate immediately.
It kind of does. Well, unless there's unless the placenta is still up there. What's going on?
Please tell.
I
Jen
don't
about
know.
pregnancy.
I mean, she's drenched in blood, so I don't really know.
Maybe she
literally just gave birth.
I mean, like that baby does look very tiny. Maybe she did just give birth, like at the base of a statue in public.
I don't know. Nobody even seems to be looking at her, so I guess it's like something that happens a lot there.
Yeah, maybe this is like
the baby statue.
Yeah, maybe it's like good luck to give birth in front of the statue. Yeah, this is weird. Who thought of this one? Who's the person who said, "All right, let's get a woman who just gave birth to a baby"?
I was gonna say the same thing, Tom. I held back. Wait, I'm having morbid thoughts though about this. So
yeah, maybe the baby is not alive.
Maybe that's like something you.
Well, that's even more like who
praying to the whatever the I don't know. I'm just like.
Yeah, that's interesting. I want to know who. If we get a chance, Jen, put this on the list of questions. Like Rafe, whose idea was it to put a woman who just gave birth to a baby?
Well, let's watch the show first, and then we'll.
You think it's going to be a part of the story?
I mean, it's very. I think that'd be weird to be like a background thing. Just a woman with blood all over her holding a baby that like
to show you how crappy this town is. Like this is happening right in the middle of it, and nobody cares.
Right in the water, like basically.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess a water birth. Should we? It's drawing away from I think what we should be talking about is this statue here behind her. It's a man kneeling. He looks like he's shackled, and he looks like he's wearing an Adam. Or the Adam. around his neck. And this is definitely a man.
Yep.
Yes.
What the hell is this? That's
I
not
think
the
this is-
Adam, right? This is just like a representation of it, right?
Unless she's very small. Yeah, I think this is a statue. But yeah, I think this
The
is
plot thickens.
Hey, last week you
She's a tiny woman who's just given birth.
Last week we talked about how the Aes Sedai rings shrink and expand to the size of
It's
the
true,
wearer.
like,
So why
it's
could
true.
I'm sure the Adam does the same thing.
Well, the AW does, I guess it does really for your neck. But like, yeah, I think that this is a visual hint as to what everyone's actually doing here. This is a tease for book readers.
This is an Age of Legends statue, most likely, I guess, or not.
Yeah.
Maybe not Age of
Now-
Legends because the Adam wasn't invented till after the Age of Legends.
That's the thing. The AW
So-
was. I mean, to be fair, like, who invented the said bracelets and how did they get to Tanchico if the Adam was invented in Shanshan, and they never go back until the return? Is a question I don't have an answer to.
Oh, you're saying so the sad bracelets, with domination band was created first in the Age of Legends potentially. And there's-
Possible.
No.
It's possible. I don't
No.
know.
That's a really interesting thought because, yeah, you're right. If it was if the Adam was invented in Shanshan, how did a male version of it get to Tanchico? It doesn't make any sense, like you're saying. So,
Right.
I don't know. It's a good
And everything
question.
else that's there is everything else that there is from prior to the breaking, right? So the sand bracelets can be that was the first thing done, right? Done to really control insane male channelers, perhaps. And then this Aes Sedai who created the Adam, like kind of knew something of that and recreated it herself.
Yeah.
Think about it, man.
All right. I'm going to think about that.
Jen, I'm right?
Sure.
See? There we go.
I'm just scouring the picture. trying
Yeah,
to
there's
figure
lots of
out,
people here. It's a very busy city. It's a very bustling. There's a guy who looks like he's wearing a bag over his head with a hat on, with some holes cut out so he can see through it. They're really expanding this whole idea of veils. And there's going to be a theme throughout this whole thing. There's a lot of different types of veils. Some are actual veils, and some are people with bags over their head with the eyes cut out.
It's just cast
I guess it's
situation there.
yeah, it's yes. I guess the people who can't afford proper veils,
Right. You gotta cover your face one way or the other.
a proper piece of cloth. He's actually using more cloth than a veil would. So, very interesting there. Anything else you guys want to talk about with this specific photo? I think that statue is probably the most interesting thing for sure.
Yeah. I think that's it. I looked for the handsome harbor master or other harbor master. Didn't see either of them in the photo.
Yeah.
Well, is there a dock with big that would allow for bigger ships?
That canoe? I hope so.
Yeah, like maybe it's farther out, like down the dock. This is just like he can pull all the way up here because it's so small. But there's like
This
a
looks almost
bigger
like a swamp a swamp dock.
almost like you could get in there from like this isn't like the actual dock. This is just like the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe
right.
like a Venice type of thing.
Yeah, like certain
Yeah.
little boats can get in.
Yeah, I like that idea, Jen. That makes sense. More so, I think, than it just being a really tiny dock. Ooh, I think I see a guy playing stones
There you go.
or something in the back there, to the left of the statue, sitting down by that lantern. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is, this is another photo that doesn't appear to have anybody big from the show. It's a guy standing on a step, so he looks like he's talking to some people down below him. He's got an amazing mohawk and beard. Yeah. This
It's true.
now this might be the
It's like
same
a mullet. It's like a mullet hawk.
Yeah. I think this guy's in the other photo too. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you go to the other photo where I said there was the guy sitting down playing stones,
Yeah.
a couple of people to the left of him, there's people walking up steps or a ramp, and there's the guy with almost the same, looks like the same mohawk.
Let's see.
I see what you're
It's like a
talking
where-
about, but I
Yo,
can't.
where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Everybody listening, what do you think?
I'm not 100% sure that's him.
It's pretty distinct mohawk. I mean,
Where in this picture do you see this guy? I don't know where you're talking about. Like, give me a.
I
give
just
me
posted in
a,
Discord the shot, zoom in of the shot.
Okay.
I don't think this guy's mohawk is that high on the side. Oh, maybe
Oh,
it's
it
just a
is. It's
shadow
just-
in the second.
Yeah, it's dark. It's pretty high because look behind him. Look behind him at like the stick wall or whatever, the bamboo wall. You can see it. Definitely blocking it. I'm trying to see if his outfit.
No,
is
I
the
mean
same.
shaved high on the sides.
Oh. And
I
then,
can't tell though.
and then let's see the person in front of him. Let's look back and forth with the person in front of him. Anyone else in this picture? In that picture, the guy with like looks like a guy with long hair and what's it called hat, like a Kangol hat on. I don't see anybody in here with that. Yeah, that, I mean,
It could be.
it looks like
be
the
the same
same.
guy.
It looks like the same shirt too. Like it's like a striped shirt, like a baggy striped shirt.
Yeah, and the lantern is kind of a lock-in. It's definitely like the same area.
Yeah, I think that's the same guy.
Sure.
So there's something else in this picture, and I know you guys don't agree with me on this. But in this picture, right, this guy is talking to a few people who are standing below him. There's a woman wearing like a shiny gold, silver, like cowl veil. I don't even know what you would call it.
A cowl. I'll call it a cowl.
Yeah. This looks kind of like Liandrin to me.
I don't think so.
I see where you're at,
Yeah.
Joe, with it. I think all the hullabaloo after the initial teaser when is that Elaine or is that not Elaine, whatever, like
Elaine
people
or Elaine?
people clearly can't see a face and know
But
who that person
the
is
no-
unless
the
they know
nose
exact
and
context.
cheek- the nose and like lines over there are like eerily
I think-
similar to Kate Fleetwood's. I mean, I'm going to post a picture in chat here of Kate Fleetwood's face and the nose, even the eye, man, it looks really close.
I think it looks close. I do.
I don't know. I think it's her. You're going to have to
I guess-
convince me otherwise.
Here's why I don't think it's her. The only reason.
Why?
That person has a look of almost excitement, like a pleasant excitement underneath their cowl that I can't imagine Liandrin actually having or being able to successfully fake in the show.
Well, maybe that guy that she's looking at just farted.
Oh Jesus.
You can't help but laugh. It's the universal funny.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Not funnier than a woodchuck, though,
There's
right?
been research on this. Everyone laughs at
I-
farts.
I think this person looks older than Liandrin. I don't know if it's just.
It's just.
I mean,
makeup
obviously, I
and the
only get
veils and-
top half of her face, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. That it looks. I'm saying it's her. What,
I
what-
don't think
what's
they
happening
would
in
put-
this scene
I
then?
don't
Like,
know.
what's going on? Is this just like a quick random Tanchico shot, like establishing B-roll footage type thing, or is this like an actual scene in the show where we're gonna hear this guy talk or something?
I think this is going to be almost an establishing
Mhm.
Tanchico scene. Like this is what it like you like think of like Rand in the Foregate in episode 2. Like in the opening, like, this is just what it's like there, and then it's gonna come over to like your main characters doing stuff. So no, I don't think this is anyone in this photo is going to be of primary importance to the show. That's my guess.
What is he doing here anyway? It looks like there's something in his hand. I can't tell. Yeah,
Maybe it's some of the baby blood.
he's got a piece of baby in there. Oh, and there's a guy behind him too, drinking something. I didn't even notice that guy before.
Yes, that guy looks like one of the Lost Boys.
One of the Lost Boys.
He's in like a bowler hat.
He is. From the movie Lost Boys? Like, what are you talking about?
No,
No,
like
Peter
hands
Pan's
up with
Lost
Peter
Boys.
Pan.
Oh, that's Lost Boys. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, what are you talking about?
He's not playing the sax with no shirt on.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome if that guy was in here playing the sax with no shirt on. Or just playing like whatever, a flute with no shirt on. Yes, Tim Capella. Thank you. That's like it's like the one thing everyone remembers from that movie is the guy in the background playing saxophone with like the professional wrestler looking guy playing saxophone with no shirt on.
Yeah. Apparently, that dude is like was an actual like sax player.
Yeah,
like, in
he's
touring
like
bands and stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty famous, I think. Like not huge, but like he's a
He is
reputable.
huge. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, he's a reputable musician that's been on a bunch of stuff. So, it's just so I don't know, whatever. Anyway, back to Tanchico. I'm gonna move over to the next photo where we start getting some of our main characters here. We got Nynaeve.
Nynaeve.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. So this outfit she's wearing, it's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Because remember last week we were talking about Elaine looking like she's wearing something from like the 70s or 60s.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. It's the pants too. It's like another like pants type, matching top, bottom type thing, or like this one doesn't look like a onesie or like that, a jumpsuit, but it's got the similar vibes.
Can you zoom in on her fist, Joe?
Can I zoom in?
Because I
on this?
can't. I can't.
Yeah,
She's got like one finger popped in.
Yeah, but is there like
You think she's
something on
holding
her hand, like a strap that's going down? It's like literally the same color as her hand, or is that just
No.
lines in her hand?
No, that's just lines. That's just her veins. She's got nothing in her hands. I'm assuming she's kind of
Okay.
clenching her fists out of nervousness. It kind of almost
Yeah, but
looks
she's
like
got that, like, she really wants, when she punches you, she really wants it to hurt. She's got that
Oh,
little
you think
thing
she's
there.
Yeah,
like maybe she
Poking
sees
you.
Liandrin and wants to punch her?
Maybe she just doesn't want octo guts in her face.
Yeah, this guy's got like to me, I don't know. I thought it was like an
Why?
intestine. It looked like he was just
Yeah.
holding animal intestine for sale out on the streets.
Well, there's like a beak in the middle of it, though.
A beak.
Yeah, look.
So
You
it's
don't
a
see that?
bird. I don't
No,
see a
it's like
beak.
an
No, it's an
octopus beak.
octopus.
You
Oh,
don't
I
see a
think it's a-
beak?
oh, by his
I
thumb.
think it's
Go
a
straight up from his hand.
By his thumb.
Yeah, like straight up.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I thought that was just
I
like,
guess, yeah.
like what's it called? The stomach
I don't know.
or
I think
something
it
like
looks-
that, or another
Could
organ.
be, but I thought it looked like a beak.
Now, let me ask you, the guy, not the other guy, not the guy selling the animal parts one way or the other.
Oh, the guy with the
The guy's-
blindfold?
Yeah.
Yeah, does he have a blindfold or are his eyes veiled? Because this guy here, his eyes also look
Yeah.
have a veil on them.
He's got like a mesh
think he-
thing going, like a fishnet
Yeah.
veil.
That's what this guy has too. I don't think he's blind. I think that's just what people like. I think men that are vendors cover their eyes for some reason.
It looks like he can't see through that or barely see through that. With the other photo, it's the same thing. We talk, right? The veils, everyone's kind of like, this is almost like they told him, like, come with the veil, but be, make it fun or be original. And everyone just came to set with all kinds of weird things on their face.
That's it.
Well, the person behind the octopus, I don't know what that is. It's like flowers and...
It looks like he's wearing like a
Helm?
Roman Roman centurion's helmet, but with roses on it.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing it backwards. Like, I don't see any place for a face to pop out.
Might be like right behind the octopus.
Yeah, it could be completely obscured by octopus.
And that guy's shirt is open and his belly's hanging out. Look, this is like...
Yeah.
That's...
This is nuts.
That's hot.
Well, it's a tropical hot... It's hot there, so people aren't...
It is. And there's another bowler hat behind him. And then like a very like late 1800s steampunky kind of hat behind that guy.
That guy with the bowler hat looks like he's like in Dune. You see, he has that like tube going to his nose.
Yeah, the still suit, the tube from the still suit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's his veil. I think that might
that's
be
probably his veil.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this old guy for a minute, right? Can we talk about him and his blindfold and what he's selling here?
Sure. I really don't think it's a blindfold. I do think it's just a veil. But
I don't know. I guess it's very thin, so he could probably see a little bit out of there, but this guy's getting robbed every day, left and right. They should have made his cart empty.
It's not a Mel Brooks movie. Yeah, do you think that he is selling fireworks?
These are coconuts.
These are
coconut milk.
No, the things on the left look like fireworks also, right? Or is that like
there's smoke?
Oh, the wheel. Oh, behind
No, what's the
wheel?
Yeah, what is that?
That's just a wheel, I think, for the cart. Maybe. It's just like a
I thought that was like that's
not a wheel for the cart. You can't roll on that, man.
That's true. You're right.
There's no.
I thought that was like, what do they
there's
call?
No actual wheel there.
No, I was gonna say like I thought it was
fireworks.
I thought it was almost like like the hubcap for the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like the design, so when it spins, it looks nice.
But there's no cart. I don't know.
People are saying in chat that is the illuminated symbol.
Oh,
but the symbol is like on the middle part, I think.
Well, it's a nice little design of the symbol.
The little drop behind him too has a similar symbol on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that this is it. It's an illuminator. And I think
it's fireworks.
I do too, and I think that's what that guy was bringing to them.
And so these are Molotov coconuts. I stole that from Gabe. He put it in Discord. I told him I was going to steal it though, so it's okay. Molotov coconuts, and then I don't know what this other thing is, but yeah, they look like they got paper wicks or something, or kind of like a fabricy kind of wick. And then behind him, he's got these little canisters, different colored canisters.
That's right.
So yeah, illuminator, and. So, is this an Easter egg, or is this like we're gonna get illuminators? Like something in the story.
I think we're getting illuminators. I think there's something in the story. And hold on a second. I had mentioned this is a very rare thing for me.
Oh yeah, Anas is pointing out that the symbol is also on the inside of the chest that the Molotov coconuts are in.
Yes.
So I'll say this: like when these pictures came out, people were very excited about all the Illuminator-esque things. There's a lot of like, oh, this means Eludra's going to be in the show. Eludra's going to be in the show. And I was like, Gaul's not in the show. Eludra's not going to be in the show. I want people to accept that right now. He's just going to get fireworks here.
He's just going to buy them at the store or say, hey, I bought some fireworks off scene. Screen.
Like Eludra is like, I know people love her, and there's a lot of characters I love in the show, in the book, but like she's literally just an excuse for Matt to get cannons. Like she's not like a character that needs to be adapted into the show, and I would be really surprised if she's like a character on the show. I want people to be like, just breathe and understand that now, because she's not going to be in the show, guys.
All right. Let's just say I know we've had this conversation before already, so let's.
But
just
I think this,
update it.
to me, this is like evidence thereof. Like there's just illuminators in the streets. He's just gonna get fireworks here, and like he's just gonna have them.
That doesn't mean that there's going to be no Eludra.
No, it doesn't mean there's gonna be. And Gaul could show up in this season. He could. Like, who knows? But he's not. Whatever. I think that
we're not getting a Mies either. It seems like so.
Oh boy.
Right. Like I think it's like those bits of Pringles at the bottom of the can. You just gotta let them go.
No, you just pour them into your mouth.
There's a move, whatever. Anyway, the movie Clerks, like the guy's got his hands stuck in the Pringles thing because he's trying to reach them.
Yeah,
but those. Right?
So this, I wanted to also talk about the other vendor. Well, you don't see the vendor, but next to the illuminator, there's a little smoky. It looks like jars and things behind him. Is that smoke from that other stand next to him, or is that from his stand?
I think that's all his stand.
It's just downwind. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you would think he wouldn't want open flame next to his wares.
That's why I'm wondering if these jars and stuff are smoking. They're like all kinds of weird, potions or whatnot. Who knows?
It looks like food and like liquid, like, and then there's like a hanging. It looks like there's a dead something hanging right behind it.
Oh yeah,
Who knows? Yeah, this could literally just be like, they could just be like, hey, right next to the illuminators stand is like
pickled fetus,
Jimmy's smoked fish. Yeah,
It's like just turn the smoke machine on for ambiance.
Oh, maybe they're smoking the meat.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right next to the fireworks stand.
Yeah, smoke the meat right next to the fireworks stand.
This guy's blind. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Well, they're using the fireworks to smoke the meat.
that's that's gonna taste delicious.
Yeah, that'll be delicious. Give it some nice seasoning. How do you rate Nynaeve's veil?
I want to know what the difference is between all the veils.
I don't think there is.
You just pick a piece of material and put it over your face however you want.
Everything's a veil. That octopus is going to end up as a veil for somebody.
Jeez.
That's gross.
Out of all the veils you've seen so far, is Nynaeve's the best?
Like that we've seen in recording this podcast right now.
Out of the 3 pictures that we've looked at.
Out of the 3 pictures so far, yes, it's the best.
I like it a lot too. It's kind of like a lampshade from the 70s, with the frills hanging down from it.
It's true.
Dig it. All right, I'm gonna go on to the final photo. All right, we've got. Took me a while when I first saw this photo to realize that this was Donald. By the way, I was like, "Who's this other woman?" I was like, "Oh my god, is this like a Guinan or something?" And then I was like, "Oh no, it's Donald."
That's
Wait,
funny.
what are they? Are they walking like directly behind her? Because it's the same guy on the left, right?
Yeah, this looks like the same guy.
Front, yeah, it is.
It is. It's the same.
Yeah. It's the same guy.
Yeah,
and yeah. It's funny because I did the same thing, except I did not know that Kira was in the picture until I read the alt text.
Yeah.
Like,
he has different stuff in his hands, so it's not the same moment. But
no, yeah, he's got one of those canisters in his hand now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see the cart, the illuminated star on the
you
cart.
can see his eyes clearer in this picture.
This actually looks even more like he can't see through that thing, but yeah, it's. Are they behind her or is she behind them? In the photo of her, you don't see them in the background, but
yeah, but this is not the same time though.
Oh, you think they're just
holding? No, he has different stuff in his hands.
Yeah, but he could have put them down and just picked up new stuff as people were walking by.
True.
I guess, yes.
You fine woman, you surely want a canister. And then the next person, you with the sleeves, have another coconut. So I had something about this, right? Because there was a little like debate online about is Matt in drag? Is Matt, or is Matt, or is this what, or Mang dressed this way? And I think that that's a moot point about like, we'll find out whether he's pretending to be a woman or not. Like, he's clearly in drag. Like, whether or not this is like what men wear in Tanchico or not, like, from us here in the real world, he is dressed in drag here.
He's wearing a dress. This explains the shot, from last week, right? This is the same outfit without,
without the tremendous
veil on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, because also there's like, we've seen about at least a dozen other men in these photos, and none of them were dressed like this. So it's definitely not a common thing, unless it's like, I don't know, a noble thing potentially. But
I will say this, like, he isn't like, if he's pretending to be a woman, he hasn't shaved, his chest or his face. So I don't know if he's pretending to be a woman or not, or if his pretending to be a woman is like one of like a Matt silly plan that like the other people, but like
at the end of the series where it comes out with that ridiculous plan,
right, exactly, like it's a Brandon Matt plan. But I don't know. I the feathery sleeves are just they speak to me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we talked about those last week, the feathery sleeves. So right, we got Min in this picture as well, wearing the same outfit as she was in the picture from last week and the teaser. That only she's got she went with a do-rag type veil.
It's true. I will say I appreciate that she's walking with her hands in her pockets, as Jen has informed us on this podcast. Very unsafe.
Dangerous. Especially when you have a knife on your belt.
Sure. Well, if she's got to run, she's really got to take the hands out of the pockets, because that's
No, you cannot run with your hands in your pockets.
It's impossible.
No, that's going to slow you down a bit. And then, as you said, Tom, right? Elaine is back there on the other side of Matt, this time with a kind of headpiece and like one of those longer veils covering her nose and below. So all different veils, man. They really went out with the veils. I can't wait. I want to talk to Sharon about these veils. Put it down on a list for WatCon. We have to talk about the veils. Like, how many different veils did they have?
Right. Now, behind Min, is that like a Muppet or what?
I was thinking
going
of a
on
Muppet
with that?
too. Now, is that the back of somebody or the front of somebody?
I think that's the back of somebody.
It's like a big hat.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's a big hat. Yeah, I think it is just a big hat. It looks like there's like oh shit, I realized,
like a skull top.
Oh shit,
right?
It's like a cloth over their head, right? Because look, you see it on the top, and then you see it coming out by the neck, and then this is like a brim, but without a hat top. Like, it's a hat that the top of the hat came off.
Yeah, they're in like a desert like head garb thing, like
a chic.
Yeah, kind of a vibe. I also like that the person behind, presumably where the octopus guy is just selling skulls.
Yeah, Yeah, they look like human skulls.
You need those. They do look like human skulls.
Yes.
I thought that that guy had like a half of a skull on top of his hat. It's the same color.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think you're right about the head wrap.
And I think the guy is picking his nose potentially over there too.
I think he's like that octopus smells rank. I think that's what he's telling.
Oh, okay.
Elaine looks like she has had more than enough of whatever they're doing, by the way.
She's probably really angry that she's wearing those clothes.
Yeah, and like, why does Matt have to be the princess? I'm an actual princess.
So what's going on? What are they doing? Why is Matt dressed like this? What's going on? It looks even more.
We asked for a new outfit.
Yes, I
and
guess
this is what they're giving us.
Giving as many changes as they can.
So I have a question for you two. Fireworks. Matt's walking past them in this scene. They're in Tanchico. Is Matt going to use fireworks to break into the Panarch's palace in this season? Right? Like,
maybe they could do that, right? If we're pretty sure that like Tyr is kind of out of the question in the sense of like the prophecy wise.
They've already,
like,
the people of the dragon have already, right?
We're still not sure if Kalendor is going to be in the show. Like I'm still hoping that they might pop up in Ruidian. That could happen.
Right. I believe that's in our 99.7% accurate episode breakdowns.
Yeah. So making Matt use fireworks to break into the Panarch's palace would be fun. For sure. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Or maybe he uses it as a distraction or to start a riot, or distract the White Cloaks or something like that. Yeah, I like that. Let's put it in.
I get to.
Now,
also, just an aside, there was I'm sorry because it's terrible, but in the article they go out of their way to mention the King of the Panarch. Do you think that the Panarch is actually going to be a character on the show?
I mean, we're talking Amathera, right? This is I mean, is Julian going to appear as well? Are we going to get a Julian and Amathera thing going in the show? Do we have time for that?
That's a lot to pack in.
Do we have time for that?
No, we have no time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, if that guy from last week is Julian, right? The guy we saw. Yeah. Is Julian, then why not put the Panarch in? I don't know. If they're going to go to the Panarch's palace, it would make sense that we see the Panarch, but then you have to have a meeting. What's the scene introducing the Panarch? What the hell's that going to be?
Well, you could have the thing where you could have it that instead of what happens in the books, right, where they take over a manor house, the Black Aja, and then later on they go over and take over the Panarch's palace, they could just take over the Panarch's palace from the jump.
Yeah,
and they're there, and that's why no one can find them.
We don't know. Well, these aren't stills from. Well, we don't know what episode this is.
That's true too, and we don't know that no one can find them. They can just go to Tanchico and fight them right away. But I assume that they're going to be in Tanchico for a little while.
Well, we know what episode the other photo's from, right?
Yes, that was episode 6.
I mean, Min still has her hands in her pockets in that other one.
Yeah,
so
well, they're all
probably
wearing
the same episode.
Yeah, they're wearing the same clothes. Good point, Jen. So this is probably from episode 6.
You can't tell by Matt's costuming.
So I think we're wrong. If this is episode 6, we're wrong because I think we don't have Matt meeting up with the girls until he goes to rescue them, in episode 7.
That's true.
So
that's our 0.3% incorrect.
Yes.
I didn't notice or think that Matt was wearing a dress in the other photo. I don't know if it's just because it's too shadowy to kind of see below his waist, but that to me just looked like a very fancy shirt. But
I thought it was like a long shirt that you would wear over, like the other guy was wearing. It's just a loose shirt but just a little bit flamboyant.
I don't see any of the black part of it, but I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know if that's just a shadow or.
I mean, this thing has layers to it. He's got the paisley print, but then there's that orange piece underneath it, and the sleeves are of a piece with the orange piece. I don't know.
That paisley could be an apron. Because if you look at the bottom, it has pockets and buttons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That could be something that he just takes on and off.
It's true.
I don't know.
Never.
It doesn't look like he's wearing it in the second picture. It goes up a little bit onto his chest. And I don't see it at all in the second picture.
Oh, the
whatever
apron?
the first picture, I mean. Yeah.
Last week.
Whatever that black piece is, yeah.
Yeah, you see the orange under part, right? You see that?
Yeah.
And it almost looks like, at least when I originally saw that picture last week, I thought that whatever rose color was like draped all the way down. I almost thought he was wearing a robe, but it looks like that's just like the top part, and then the paisley. He's got the paisley. It's just it's just not as high resolution of a shot, I think.
Yeah, I'm zooming in as tight as I can.
All right, fine.
I was with you though, Jen.
Oh no, I just realized that Nynaeve was wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, and Min.
Yeah. We talked about, I was thinking we talked about a different outfit last week. I was thinking we were talking about Elaine's, but we did talk about Elaine's, but we also talked about this one. So sorry if that was repetitive. He's wearing the same thing. It's just, he doesn't have the veil on. I think it's the same thing. I can see a little bit of the paisley design near the bottom. Like you just kind of get hints of the circle, like the little, he just doesn't have the veil on. That's the only difference. And I don't see this other guy. I mean, this is two different times a day as well, right? One's the daytime and one's the nighttime.
Yeah.
So, this must be a long day for them, I guess. I don't see any other indication that these are two of the same sets or near each other. In that sense.
The nighttime set, pardon me. The nighttime set I would be more inclined to think is similar to the nighttime pictures here, where it's with the mullet hawk guy and whatnot.
Yeah. Trying to see if we see the gun salesman in any of these other pictures. I'm looking for his hat and his shirt, but I don't think I see him anywhere else.
And that I will say this: the gun salesman is in a that is in an area with like 2-story stone buildings, whereas the night pictures here are very like grass hutty.
Yeah,
might not be the same.
Yeah, that's true. Could be a different part of the city. So, yeah, this is all very interesting. I wonder where they're going. This is only episode 6. Maybe they're going to the Padarch's Palace. Maybe they're, I don't know. I don't know why Matt's dressed like this. I need to find out. And this is episode 6, so that means we have to wait till like April. Or the end of, we have to wait till April to find that out.
Yes. It's right around the corner. It's February tomorrow. But people listening to this episode not live, it's already February.
This is true. Happy February, everybody. Min's got a really cool little knife holster around her belt. It looks like a throwing knife. That's one throwing knife. I want to see more, Min. Are we going to see Min? How many knives is Min going to throw this season?
2.
I was going to say 2. Why?
Only 2? I'm going to go 6.
But
6 knives?
She throws 6 knives. Not 6 different knives. I'm just going to say she throws.
She throws a knife 6 times.
Yeah, it's in some way, shape, or form.
Throw all the knives. Never stop throwing knives.
Throw them all, Min. All right. Anything else in this photo? Sorry, that you want to talk about? There's a guy. No. Sorry, there's one other thing. So there's a guy behind, like in between the hands of the illuminator salesman. Do you see him with like this weird helmet on, and it looks like the helmet's on his face crooked, or he's got like an old school like football, like a leather football helmet on.
Oh yeah.
What is that guy
Weird.
doing? Yeah, it's kind of funny looking.
I don't know.
You know what's notably missing from these photos?
What?
White cloaks. Yep. Not a white cloak in sight. Very interesting. All right. Is there anything else?
There is something else. He is this, I think on our Discord. So we're recording this Friday. These got released on Wednesday. Wednesday night, I had a very, very vivid dream about the show. And so I wrote down that morning, the Thursday morning when I woke up. I wrote down whatever details of it I could still remember. I thought it would be appropriate to share with you guys here.
Flaming Globe Sigmund.
I want to be. I know sometimes I can do things like this and they're bits or whatever the case may be. This is fucking nuts, and it is 100% real. This is the dream. This is the dream that I had. Okay, so I'm watching the show, and Matt goes through the doorway, right? The redstone doorway. It's not a redstone doorway, but it is a doorway, right? He uses fireworks to not to break into the Panarch's palace, but like to kind of help them get away from danger within, and knocks down like a walled off room. And there's like this weird, like almost honestly what I imagine like the inside of a gateway looks like, or a skimming platform kind of a thing. There's just like a black nothingness kind of a thing. And while he's looking at it, Min pushes him through, because she realizes that he has to do this. She's seen a vision that he has to go into this doorway, even though she doesn't know what's on the other side. Okay? So that's the doorway. That's how it happens in the thing. Okay. Finland is not just like an alien world. It's a reality-bending experience. Prepare Matt for what he was going to see. As he falls through the doorway, he ends up basically in a version of the real world, understanding that he, Matt Cawthon, is a character in a story that people are watching on television. Okay?
He's like Deadpool now?
No, it's not like he's not like he doesn't see through the TV, he's not talking to the audience or whatever, but like he is just in a world now where like people, like someone's explaining to him like what is actually happening to the character right now. And so like they're then like he gets into like a conversation or like a debate with this person about like why certain choices are made in like entertainment, in television shows or whatever. And like this person is trying to explain to him that like they as show creators have to make a choice. They can't make it ambiguous. They have to make a decision. Then this is where it gets even weirder. Frank Oz as Frank Oz is there, right?
Okay.
As Frank Oz, not playing a character, right? He starts to interrogate Matt to determine if Matt feels he's more Bert or Ernie, and Matt has to explain why. Right?
All right.
So after that's all done, this is all revealed to be a glamour of the Finns, right? And it's something that they do to people who like come into their world this way to see if they're mentally strong enough to be prepared to take like the journey and deal with them as these kind of interdimensional creatures. So obviously, this is very odd, right? In the dream, I'm watching this all on television, right? And I believed it worked. I bought into it. I knew what they were trying to do in the show. And I'm like, this actually makes a lot of sense. And there was a lot of online debate about it afterwards. And I was able to like elucidate, like, I think explain clearly enough, like what the intent of the showrunners were to sway fan opinion into saying this was the right choice for the show to make. That was the dream I had, that these pictures were inspired. So I wanted to share that all with you tonight.
How much time passed in your dream?
Like I guess the dream is me watching the show and then like probably the next day or two on the interwebs.
It's you like turning
that
a whole
part is like,
fandom in a day.
Was it like a montage
Like, it's like a
or
lot of-
something? Well, you know?
Yeah, it's very much just like there's no like, but it's a dream, so it's just
I know,
things
yeah.
happen. Like there's probably like an image of like blue sky or whatever, and then like me like going yes, like I don't remember the details therein.
I am pleased.
Like I have clearly been able to explain to them why it's important to take a character through. I don't know, whatever. But I thought that was really odd, and I think that if they do decide to go with any element of like reality bending on Matt's storyline this season. I'm going to take this as a win.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool if Frank Oz was in the show.
I think so too.
I mean,
I thought it was really odd because obviously Frank Oz does Bert, but he never did Ernie. That was Jim Henson, and then whoever does it now, I'm not sure. But like he did Bert, and then he did like a pretty good Ernie, but like he doesn't do Ernie's voice. He does Bert's voice. So it was like,
it's a dream.
It's a dream. In the dream, he did Bert, and then he did a pretty good Ernie because he doesn't do Ernie.
Yeah,
like that's like how it was.
Well, I guess you're probably a dreamer then, Tom.
It's clearly what it is.
We need to update our episode breakdown predictions with this.
Put all that in.
Frank Oz. Okay.
Yeah, put that
Frank
in there.
Oz.
Put that in there.
All right. Got it.
I'm confident. Put it in.
What series? Get on the confirmation there.
Yeah.
Please. And he was in studio.
Well, that was a great story, Tom. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh man, look,
I don't know what to say, so I'm gonna just say, how about we wrap it up here? I think it's a good time to do that. I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, also on Blue Sky. Join us in Discord to continue the conversation there. We also post our episodes on YouTube, so be sure to go to our YouTube page to like and subscribe. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out our merchandise and Patreon pages to support us that way. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Last thoughts, Jenna. Oh, I'll ask a question, specific question. What are we getting next week for What Wednesday?
I think the trailer should be coming soon, but
I think
we hope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think trailer, we're going to be at like 5 weeks.
Yeah, we got to get something.
It's got to be either this week or next week, the trailer. I can't see them holding it any longer than that. So I'm going to go trailer.
I'm going to say music from the show next week.
Music from the show. All right. We'll see who was right. I'm going to write this down actually in the episode. Hold on a second. All right. Thanks everyone for listening, and you'll hear us next time.